radioactive dust. Number one rule, no one opens that door till the radiation clears. You understand me?
Michael Biehn's finally getting work again. You hear that, Taylor Cage? There's hope for you after all. Welcome back to Halloween on Christmas. I'm Adam J. Today we are not going to look at a big theatrical release. No, we are going to look at a movie that went straight to DVD because, as we all know, only masterpieces like Resident Evil Retribution, The Apparition, and Piranha 3D are allowed to be shown in theaters. Do you know how hard it is for me to keep a smile right now? Either way, earlier this year I saw the trailer for The Divide and instantly wanted to see it because, well, it looked awesome and Michael Biehn was in it. Then I noticed three more things. The bad reviews, the direct-to-DVD kiss of death, and of course the director Xavier Gens, who I still have not forgiven for Hitman. So I was walking down Walmart one day when I saw the movie on the shelf for $7.50. And the sad thing is, this was a new release at the time. But against my better judgment, I bought it anyway, and I am more than glad that I did. The Divide was fucking great. Brutal and incredibly unapologetic, but great. It is one of the best post-apocalyptic films I have ever seen, and certainly a personal favorite for me this year. In The Divide, nuclear warheads rain down on Manhattan, and 9 strangers barricade themselves in the bunker-like basement of their apartment building, which is controlled by their seemingly crazy superintendent, played by Michael Biehn. But within days, supplies get short, tempers flare, and the trapped survivors begin slipping into madness, finding themselves overtaken by treachery, insanity, sexual torment, and savage violence. The premise for this film is so simple, yet so damn effective. I was shocked at the balls this movie had for making things as brutally realistic as possible. Only in certain scenes does this movie ever feel scripted, and those scenes are few and far between. For the most part, this film gives you an experience that is horrifyingly real, and that is a very good thing. On the DVD commentary, Xavier Gens and Michael Biehn talked about how the actors would ad-lib a lot of their scenes to make their characters seem more genuine. Michael Biehn also stated in an interview with Collider that Gens would spread rumors to certain actors on the set to make them mad at each other, so that their anger would seem more genuine on screen. As fucked up as that second thing is, both of those ideas, I gotta admit, are pretty damn ingenious, and they really work for this film. Okay, first off, Michael Biehn. What can I say? This actor is a fucking powerhouse, he's good in anything, and this is by far his best performance since he played Lieutenant Coffey in The Abyss. He was funny, messed up, brutal, intimidating, and in certain scenes, downright fucking scary.
The dust is from the inside. Just sealed tight.
What was that? Another bomb?
There's our building coming down.
I don't want to stay down here. I want to go now.
I know, sweetie, but Uncle Mickey says we have to stay.
Why?
Because your face will melt off and your hair will fall out.
It's so good to see this guy getting work again. And for those who don't know, he actually wrote, directed, and starred in another film this year called The Victim, alongside his wife, and well, damn, who's the hot chick? I'm going to hell, aren't I? But you know what? Good. Biehn and Danielle Harris definitely deserve more work for their talents, and it's good to see them both getting it. But anyway, back to The Divide. Lauren German was a great leading lady, giving us a character who refuses to give into the madness brought on by her current situation. Milo Ventimiglia from Heroes is also a highlight of this film, and the scenes of him and Michael Biehn butting heads were great. They had great chemistry, it was obvious they were enjoying their performances, and Biehn has gone on to say that working with Milo was one of the many highlights of his career. Michael Eklund, who you may remember as that retard who got his neck snapped by the blonde in House of the Dead, apparently didn't have a big character in the script. But Gens decided to let Eklund just be himself and ad-lib most of his lines, which ended up making him one of the most memorable characters in the whole film. Rosanna Arquette pulls off a memorable performance as well as a single mother of a young girl. Now I won't say much more about these characters, and simply because I don't really want to spoil them for those who haven't seen the movie. But know this, when it comes to all of these characters, not just one or two, all of them, expect the unexpected. About halfway through, you'll think you know these characters, you'll think you know where their loyalties lie, you'll think you know how it's all gonna turn out. Trust me, you won't know shit. These characters are incredibly unpredictable, and most of the shit they end up doing or going through, you just won't see coming. Now, was there anything I didn't like? Yeah, there was actually two things that did bug me in this film. Again, I don't want to spoil anything, but there's a scene where Milo has to put on a radiation suit to rescue someone who's been taken by the fuckers who bombed Manhattan. He finds the person hooked up to tubes or some shit, gets chased back to the bunker, tells everyone what he saw, and it's never really discussed or brought up again. I mean, the people who chased him don't even try to get back into the bunker. That was just stupid. I understand they were using this kidnapped character to help another character go nuts, but it just came across as cheap and needless.
Like what? What else? What else?
What do you mean, what else? That's it. There's no survivors, there's no other civilians, there's no Red Cross.
The other thing was the ending. The ending isn't technically bad, but I felt it could have been handled a little better, and it gave me a lukewarm reaction to it the first time I saw it. Again, not bad, just could have been better. Other than that though, The Divide was a very unexpected straight-to-DVD treat that I am so happy I saw. It has a realistic story enhanced by brilliant performances, unpredictable characters, and a horrifying atmosphere. It really makes you wonder just how crazy you would become in this situation. Would you stay calm or just let your mind be overcome by the madness? While damn good as a film, The Divide doubles as a brilliant character study. It is definitely a personal favorite for me this year, and is hands down the best post-apocalyptic disaster movie I have ever seen. If you haven't seen it, do yourself the favor and dish out the $7 to buy it at Walmart. It is certainly worth it. Xavier Gens may have had a hiccup with Hitman, but he certainly redeems himself with this gem. The Divide gets a final verdict of 4.5 out of 5 stars.
Do not bring that trash up in here, motherfucker! This is my house!
Take your stinking paws off me, you damn dirty ape!